Hello, this is Christina Waschko and you're watching Mompreneur TV. Information, inspiration and entertainment from mothers to mothers. And today I have a treat for all of us, mother and daddypreneurs, for everybody who is working from home, raising their business and their children at the same time. Also, this episode is for everybody who has a product either in their head, in their heart, or already has developed this product and isn't quite sure, is there a market for it? Or needs some marketing ideas of how to make it famous. My guest today is no one lesser than Canada Mompreneur of the year 2014, Miss Elaine Tan Comeau. Yes, you heard me right. Elaine is the mother of three, a former elementary school teacher. She is the founder and CEO of EASY DAYSIES. EASY DAYSIES is a visual routine magnetic board. But hang on, let Elaine explain it to you. She can do it better.
I don't know if you know the story of EASY DAYSIES, or if you want to hear it at all, but it did start by accident. As a school teacher, I had many parents ask me to create a visual routine for their children at home, similar to something I made in front of my classroom, just to help their children get out of the door faster in the morning. And so I did. I made these visual routines to help their kids just become more independent and cooperate. So I did make it for children and families, and I made it for about 8 years for free, and I thought maybe there's a product here. And I did the research and discovered that there isn't any daily visual routine that was a product. And so I saved up by doing some extra tutoring and selling crafts at Christmas time. And I saved up that first $1,400 I needed to make my first product. So EASY DAYSIES is, as soon as it launched, it somehow became the #1 back-to-school must-have in Parents Canada magazine, and that was a huge honor, and it's been crazy since. But how EASY DAYSIES works is there's a to-do side and a done side, and this comes from the starter kit, which is this one right here, that comes with 18 task magnets that a child typically does in a day. And how it works is there's a to-do side and a done side, and a child simply moves it from the to-do to the done, and that feels like a pat on the back, just like how an adult feels when we cross off something off a to-do list. You kind of feel good about it. And so we're teaching kids a life skill, that there are things to do in a day and getting it done is the reward. And so it is this length to help kids and parents help their child become successful and independent at a specific routine. So we can choose your morning routine or after school or bedtime routine. And then there's these expansion packs.
Do you know what Elaine did? With her own passion, with her desire to make children's and parents' life easier. Long nights and lots of cold calling to CEOs and buyers. Elaine scored big time. EASY DAYSIES can be found now in Staples and in Chapters, among lots of other stores. And here's another good one. In season 6 of The Dragon's Den, Elaine Tan Comeau introduced EASY DAYSIES with her family to the 5 dragons. These 5, they started a bidding war to have EASY DAYSIES. Now Elaine decided on 2 of the gentlemen, and with the help of their backing, the production, storage and distribution of EASY DAYSIES has gone to a totally different level. Now, if anybody knows about how to prioritize, how to ask for what you want, and to raise a business and your children at the same time, it is Elaine Tan Comeau. I had the absolute pleasure and privilege to have coffee with her children and her dear friend Tennis. Now I want you to enjoy what I enjoyed, so enjoy!
Coffee is always a good way to start and end and continue between. Okay.
Look at this, and who baked the cookies?
I did. Cookies are always also good to start.
And finish.
And finish. Indeed.
Dennis, are you in heaven working here with Elaine?
I am. I'm so pleased that she asked me to be a part of it. So I'm really enjoying getting to know her better and getting to know Easy Daisies. And
Considering you get all these nice goodies, who wouldn't want to work with Elaine?
it's been very exciting to watch her business grow, and then to see the votes come in for her to win it. It was very exciting.
Can I top up your coffee for you?
No, no, that's fine. Otherwise, I need to go to the bathroom. Just thinking.
I love your shirts.
Thank you so much. Don't you
I know you got that one.
Yeah. I just told you, didn't I? Can you tell me, Supergirl, is there anything else you want to achieve? Is there anything? You're amazing.
No, I'm not amazing, but thank you. You're amazing.
So we both come on our side because we're both amazing. And the best thing is, it wasn't even your big, fat, scary dream, was it?
Well, it's always big, fat, and scary.
But you didn't dream about that,
No,
10 years ago.
No, not at all. Not at all. And I think being a mom and a school teacher has taught me a lot on how to survive day by day in business. And I think it's always treat others the way you want to be treated, and always be kind is very important, because I believe that what you put out always comes back to you.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
That's why I am a mompreneur. Is being a mom first is what stands out for me. But yes, it wasn't something I envisioned when I went to teachers college to become a school teacher, that I'd be an entrepreneur one day.
Yeah.
But I think that your passion drives you. And so I was passionate about teaching, and I still am. But I'm passionate about how Easy Daisies helps kids have easier days. And actually that's how it got its name, Easy Daisies.
Right, yeah.
But I think that is the drive that makes me do what I do with my business.
Your biggest support is? Who's your biggest support?
My husband. And
Yeah.
I am very blessed. There would not be Easy Daisies without my husband, Ron. And he...
Ron.
Yes. And just the best husband, and our faith, and our family.
What would be your 3 tips for any mother out there who has a wonderful dream, a wonderful idea out there?
The first 2 things I always share when someone approaches me with that they're excited, they want to do this, they have an idea. And the top 2 things I always tell them is, the first thing you want to do is do the research, because make sure that it doesn't already exist. Because if your product or service is a great idea, it might exist already, but there's no problem with that. You can always make it better. Yeah. But do that research before you put a lot of time and money into your product or idea or service idea. And the second one is, you need to ask yourself, and this is the most important of the 2, is, does your product or your service, does it fulfill a need? Does it solve a problem?
Oh yeah.
Because that is the bottom line. If it can solve a problem or fulfill a need, you have a great idea. You have to learn to be resourceful. Right. And I always try to find a way to market or expand, but in an affordable way. There's a lot of free ways to do it.
Right.
And Google is my best friend, and social media. There's a lot of amazing bloggers out there who would love to test out your product or service, and they will review it and on the cost of you shipping your product to them. And there's a lot of different ways that
Did you do that?
Oh,
Get
absolutely.
bloggers, yeah.
Absolutely. And they will find you. Once you're reviewed by one blogger, other bloggers will come to you and say, can I test it out? And then you do the research as well, because it does cost you the money to ship. So you do the research and see if this is the right blogger for you, because you can't just go out and ship out 20 free samples. Yeah. But there's a lot of opportunities, and networking, and finding other moms that are in the same boat. And there's a lot of amazing groups out there, including a Mompreneur showcase.
Why are you so proud of your mom?
I am so she has been so successful, and because she's my mom.
Oh.
That she's my mom and she won the Mompreneur, same as Abby. I'm proud of my mom because she made Easy Daisies.
Do you remember the time when your mom was super busy and she just didn't have time for you? Has there ever been a time like that?
No, not really.
Not really.
No, because she does have meetings on the phone, but that's important, so I don't really mind those. And I like playing outside, so.
That is so cool. I love that. And because I used to own my own shop, my coffee shop once, and I neglected my children big time. Because I'm focused, I want this. But then, as you just heard, your children, they're so, she said, my mom, she's great, she's always there for us. How did you do that?
How? Sleep is overrated.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
But you find ways to make that balance.
Right.
And balance is about priorities, and I chose to make sure that my kids never felt the impact of Easy Daisies in a bad way.
Right.
And it's okay that I don't sleep.
Yeah.
But I measure a lot of things by my children's happiness. And if they are happy, then I must be doing something right.
Nice.
And what they're going to remember is that I came to their concert. They won't remember that I didn't make their concert because I had a deal to make or a meeting to make, but they'll remember that I was there for a concert. And if I missed a deal or a meeting, that's okay. That is just me having my priority as my
Elaine, I thank you so much. You are a kick-ass, super sweet, wonderful, amazing lady. Thank you so much for having time. I give you a high five and a big hug, and you are just the best. Oh, yeah?
I have something for you.
That's awesome!
Because you are a super mom, and it just says, I am mom, I'm invincible, and I am tired.
Oh, that's so lovely! Thank you! Look at this! Oh, thank you so much! Oh, yeah, we moms, we should stick together, shouldn't we?
Yes, we
No.
should.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're
That's
very
awesome.
I love when I read cool, interesting facts. Like, for example, I saw something like 4 out of 5 new businesses are started by women in Canada. And I think that's amazing. And I think we need to be proud of ourselves for that. And another interesting point I saw actually on Facebook as a great reminder of time with our kids is that there are 980 Saturdays between the birth of our child to the day they graduate. And that's not a lot of days, not a lot of Saturdays. So I think we just need to remember that our kids should come first and just being there for them because time is so short. I like to check my facts, and it's actually 940 Saturdays between when your child is born to when they graduate. 940, that's not a lot of time with our kids. So kids need to come first because that's what they're going to remember is their childhood with their mommy.
Isn't she just a sweetheart? Now, one of the questions I asked Elaine, which I cut out, is this one. What do you do when, pardon my French, when the shit hits the fan? And here are her 3 answers.
I think it's always good to walk away when you feel a little overwhelmed and give yourself space from your work. I do pray and I will take a moment and nothing wrong with a good cry now.
Yeah.
But I think having that support around you.
And this is the question I'm asking you now. What do you do when nothing goes according to your plan? What keeps you sane? What are your tips and tricks to stay on track or get back up on track? Please leave us the comments below the video. Now, did you enjoy what you just watched and listened to? If so, why don't you let others enjoy it? I would be ever so honored if you could share this video. Also, subscribe. The share and subscribe buttons are, once again, below the video. Also, when you're on Facebook, please like the Mompreneur, my official site. And this is another wrap from me here on Mompreneur TV. I thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you again next week. And until I do, remember, we are more than just mothers. We are an inspiration to ourselves, to our families, and to the world.